Nicole Scott here for Mobile Geeks, and today I'm going to be Nicole Scott here for Mobile Geeks, and today I'm going to be comparing the Oppo R7 Plus with the Xiaomi Mi Note. Now these are two different size phones. The Mi Note is 5.7 inches, whereas the Plus is a 6-inch phone. Now they both have 1080p displays. The Xiaomi's got an IPS LCD, where we've got a Super AMOLED here on the R7. Overall, this display blows this one right out of the water. Now under the hood on the Mi Note, it's a Snapdragon 801 at 2.5 gigahertz, 3 gigabytes of RAM, with options of 16 and 64 gigabytes of storage. Now I don't believe that there is a micro SD card slot on this, though correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Now the R7 does have a micro SD card slot, and it comes with a 1080p IPS display, an octa-core MediaTek processor running at 1.7 gigahertz, and 3 gigabytes of RAM. Now this comes with an option for 32, but this single card here actually does your micro SD and your SIM card, so expandable storage, definitely a plus. Now both of these handsets have like a curve here on the side. Oppo was really drawing from the theme of the violin, whereas Xiaomi just flat out gave it a curve on the back. I've always loved the way that this feels in hand, but both of these devices actually feel very solid. This feels significantly less slippery for how thin it is. Now this is it's supposed to be a 7.7, but they're thinking of making it thinner, and 203 grams, and they may even make it lighter. Now this is 7 millimeters thin. Surprisingly, I was really surprised at that. I guess the curve makes it seem a lot thinner. So this is 7 millimeters at 161 grams with a 3,000 milliampere battery. Now the Oppo, with its heftier weight at around 200 grams, has a 4,100 milliampere battery, and that is really just shockingly big. Now the other things that the R7 have that the Xiaomi Mi Note don't is a fingerprint sensor here on the back. So we've got a 13 megapixel shooter here, 13 megapixel shooter here, but we've got a laser autofocus here on the Oppo R7. Now on the front, this has a 4 megapixel shooter, whereas we have an 8 megapixel shooter here. Now both of these are running Android 5.0, I believe by now, ColorOS 2.1 on the R7, which is supposedly have gotten rid of a lot of the lagginess and just made it run a lot smoother. So let me just take you on a walk around of both of these devices. So the micro USB ports are found on both, but Xiaomi's got their speaker here on the bottom, whereas Oppo's put theirs on the back there. So over here we have a single volume rocker, whereas the Mi Note's giving you the power button and the volume rocker in the same spot. Headphone jack at the top. Here we've got the accessibility ports for your micro SD card here, but just your SIM card here and power button there. So this has just been a kind of a quick size comparison and a spec rundown of the Xiaomi Mi Note and the Oppo R7 Plus. I'm Nicole Scott for Mobile Geeks.